I'm not gonna hold you, fam. When I saw the video this morning of Rick Ross on that yacht with that person, it looked every bit like a dude, a boy, a male. And the comment section, this is why you don't too dwell on the comment section on social media, because every comment, and I'm talking about this video within being up in like 15 minutes, had thousands of comments on it. On end. There were no comments that ever said, this person's name is, this is not a man. Everybody was like, damn, Rick Ross too? Well, in the industry, all of them are that way. Somebody said, ain't no wonder all them other little young rappers, he was plugging them boys, sending them on their way, fucking them out of their publishing. Nothing good to say. And I thought, damn, personally for me, Rick Ross is like one of my favorite. You know what I mean? Ooh, I couldn't understand it. But there was 50 Cent. And 50 Cent was tripping. 50 Cent said, this don't look like no AI. Matter of fact, he said, this is not AI. And Rick Ross up here looking real saucy with this boy. Rick Ross fired back in true businessman form, in a form that he does all the time. He promotes his product while he's firing back. So he got a bottle of Bel Air, a black bottle. He's in the humongous pool at his house, and he is addressing Rick Ross. He's addressing 50 Cent, and he's calling 50 Cent a hurt hoe. He said, you a hurt hoe. We understand, Curtis, you got your heart broken. He was talking about Daphne, 50 Cent's baby moms, the mother to his son, and how she got caught up in a P. Diddy situation. She was over there basically turning tricks for P. Diddy to satisfy him, having intercourse with multiple men. In other words, Diddy broke her. He was hoeing her out, and that was supposed to be the love of 50 Cent's life at one point. So he was hurt. So Rick Ross fired back some shots, and he was like, you a hurt hoe. I understand you hurt, but sip you a glass of bubbly, like this Bel Air right here, and get over it and get on with life, man. And then he said, this is smart. He said, Curtis, like, you don't like black women or something? Like you got a thing against black women? Now, if the sisterhood comes for you, it's going to be a problem. So Rick Ross was basically taking his time to try to put sisterhood against 50 Cent, making it seem like he might not like black women at all. He's telling him, I'm over here on a yacht with a beautiful, beautiful black woman. And you over there talking about she a boy or she look like a man. You don't like black women or something? At the end of the day, I couldn't take it no more. So I had to go do some research on who this individual is. And let me tell you something, right? She ain't no thick stripper body. Like one of them Atlanta strippers, one of them KOD Miami big ass, thick hips strippers. She not that type of body of a woman. She is a runway model type of woman. She's graced many runways. Her name is Jasma Kendrick. And I found her on social media. And I started digging into her business, found out she was with some Italian businessman before who turned out to be racist. I don't know if he hurled some racist slur at somebody or at her. However, they were at odds ends, and they had a breaking up, and she went back to him and forgave him and all this other stuff. And now she is in the company of Rick Ross. So she went from a white man to Rick Ross. But neither here nor there about who she'd been with before. Talk more about who she is. I found out that she is a content creator, a very successful content creator. She has a huge following on social media. She is also a business person into real estate, commercial real estate, and residential real estate, I believe it said instead. And she got some other things going on for herself. You know what I mean? Not to mention modeling. Oh, she also does beauty and wellness. Yeah. So those are her focus. So she got her own thing going on for herself. And if you see her pictures in real life, you'll be like, God damn, like her body is super toned. She looks more like a athlete that could run the hurdles, 100-meter, 110, 220 hurdles, than she looked like a body of a stripper who people would throw money at in the club. So maybe she was just looking a bit boyish because she didn't have that weave in her hair and she actually had her real hair out when she was with him, and she had the hair like slicked back, put in like a struggle ponytail. You know, that's what we call it in high school. In junior high school, when we were growing up in Miami, we call that a struggle ponytail. It's like when, you know what I'm saying, shorty she's struggling to get it all together to put it into a ponytail in the back of her head. So she looked like she had a struggle ponytail and she was there chilling with Rick Ross on a boat. Honestly, I would rather see my woman in a struggle ponytail than actually have her with all that weave, wig, and all that stuff on. Because when it's time for you to jump in the water and dive and swim and enjoy yourself, you know, half of the time they be worried too much about my weave about to get wet. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to get my hair done all over again, all that stuff. Whereas if she has her regular hair, and then she could throw a weave on later or a wig on later when we going out if she choose to, then it's all fun and games and we could actually really have fun. So maybe that's what they were on out there. You know what I mean? I was shocked at first. So I had to go look. Because if it was the case where it was a dude, it's 2025, right? People getting caught doing all kinds of stuff, right? But I'm saying, if you hitting switches, you got to let somebody know. You can't just be out here just hopping around. And then again, there'll be a whole lot of people who will say, mind your business, leave people alone, and let them live their lives. So all I know is if it actually was a dude, I wouldn't be listening to no more Rick Ross. Here's a fun fact. There are a couple of other artists out here that I used to really, really like their music. And when I found out that they were singing to men and not women, there's something in me that would not allow me to listen to that music again because I just could not see them the same way. Just like R. Kelly. You know, R. Kelly is the baddest there is, man. And I Believe I Can Fly, AJ Nothing But a Number. Whew. When you found out that there was so much more to that and underage girls were involved, I honestly have not listened to an R. Kelly song since. And it's not because I tried to not listen to it. It's because I just simply do not go looking for it anymore. So I probably would have been the same way with Rick Ross. That's why I had to go do my little research. So for all of y'all who are seeing the video, here's what I want you to do. When you see the video, social media is going to hype the video up. They want every black man to be gay. So, you know, and let's be honest, let's be for real. She does look like a boy from the distance that whoever that was taking the video from to put it on social media. Her appearance looks like a boy, looks like a man. But when you figure out who she is, then you will realize that she is all woman. And not just all woman, but a beautiful black woman as well. I'm going to leave this one right here. I'll encourage you to go look up who Jasma Kendrick is. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Did you see the video? Did you at first think it was a man too? Or did you know already from the beginning that this was Jasma? I'll catch y'all on the next video. It's BrainFLoTv. I'm out. Peace.